Japan owes $9.2 trillion. The United States, $36 trillion. The United Kingdom, $3 trillion. And here's the strange part. None of them are planning to pay it back. Not next year, not in 50 years. In fact, the system would collapse if they tried. When you borrow money, you pay it back. That's the rule. Miss a payment on your mortgage, your credit score tanks. Default on a loan, collectors come calling. But governments? They've been breaking this rule for decades. And somehow, the world keeps lending them more. Right now, global government debt sits at roughly $100 trillion. That's not a crisis headline from tomorrow, that's today. And if you're wondering when the bill comes due, you're asking the wrong question. Here's how it actually works. When a government needs money, it doesn't ask for a loan at a bank. It issues bonds. A bond is a promise. You give the government $1,000 today, and in 10 years, they'll give you back that $1,000 plus interest. Simple exchange. But here's the trick. When that bond matures, when those 10 years are up, the government doesn't reach into some vault and pull out your money. It just issues a new bond. It borrows again to pay you back. Then it does it again. And again. This is called rolling over debt, and it's not a bug in the system. It's the system. Japan has been doing this since the 1990s. The US has been doing it since Alexander Hamilton structured the first national debt in 1790. For over 2 centuries, the debt has never gone down to zero. It's gone up, always up, because it was never designed to be repaid. Think about what that means. You're not lending to a government that will one day be debt-free. You're lending to a government that will borrow more tomorrow than it did today. The only thing holding this together is belief. Belief that the government will keep making interest payments. Belief that it won't print so much money that your repayment becomes worthless. Belief that someone else will keep buying bonds when yours matures. It's a chain. And every link depends on the next buyer showing up. Now, politicians will tell you government debt isn't like household debt. They'll say governments live forever, so they can borrow forever. And technically, they're right. As long as the economy grows, as long as tax revenue rises, as long as inflation stays manageable, the debt doesn't need to shrink. It just needs to stay controllable. But controllable is subjective. In 2010, Greece couldn't roll over its debt. Buyers disappeared. Interest rates spiked. The economy froze. That's what happens when belief breaks. Japan's debt is now 260% of its economy. The US pays more in interest annually than it spends on defense. The UK borrows to pay the interest on what it already owes. This works until it doesn't. And the thing about systems built on belief is they don't collapse slowly. So no, governments don't pay back trillions. They refinance them forever. The question isn't whether that's sustainable. The question is, what happens the day the next buyer doesn't show up?